Hey belly dancers, it's Yaza here on freebellydanceclasses.com. So we are going to be talking now about the Saidi rhythm, okay? If you have heard it before, if you've done Saidi, belly type music, you know exactly what I'm talking about. It's the doom tuck, doom doom tuck, doom tuck, doom doom tuck. Of course, there's so many variations to it, like I told you guys before. All the belly dance rhythms in the Middle Eastern music that you might hear that I talk to you about, like Masmoudi, Maqsoom, Baladi, all these rhythms have their basic version, and then they also have the variations. So make sure you stick with the basic version when you're learning the rhythm, and then of course go on to the advanced version later, okay? But the Baladi, the Saidi is one of those rhythms that I'm sure you've heard it, especially if you've done cane dancing. So Saidi is a rhythm that is definitely originated from the Said region in Egypt. There's no doubt about it. Like other rhythms are very common throughout the Middle East, like you see them in the Gulf countries, you see them in North Africa, you see them in the Middle East, but the Saidi rhythm is very particular to the Egyptian region called the Said, which is the region where the Saidi dance comes from and the cane dance came from, okay? Which I have introduced you guys to before. There's a whole series of videos on the freebellydanceclasses.com website that teaches you all kinds of different fun things and combos and crazy fun little things that you could do with the cane and Saidi dance. And I also have a full choreography that also a Saidi cane choreography for you guys, so make sure you check that out. But today I want to introduce you, for those of you who have not had a chance to play a lot with the Saidi rhythm, I want to introduce you to this rhythm. I want to make you listen to it and kind of see exactly what it sounds like. Now, prior to the Saidi rhythm, I have introduced you to the Baladi rhythm. And in the Baladi rhythm, there was a doom doom tak doom tak. So it was a rhythm that started with a double, like doom doom, right? And I told you guys that for this rhythm, it was really great to start whatever dance move you're going to come up with, starting with something that has a fast double, like double drop, double kick, piston drop, things like that, right? So in the Saidi rhythm, I want you to understand that in the Saidi rhythm, when you listen to it, there is two parts to it, right? There is doom tak, doom doom tak, right? So there is the first part, which is doom tak, and then there is the second part, which is doom doom tak. Now in the second part, you do have exactly the same thing as in the Baladi rhythm, which is a double rhythm that repeats twice really fast. So doom tak, that's like your slow, nice, chill part, and then you have doom doom tak, that is your fast part. So in the doom doom tak, which is the second part, you can actually do exactly what you would do in the Baladi in the beginning. How fun is that, right? So whatever you learn to do with the Baladi, you could do with the Saidi, but you do in the second part rather than the first part. It was kind of like a reverse rhythm, you know what? It's just my little take on. I'm not trying to say that musically this is what it is. I'm just trying to say from a dancer's point of view, we're trying to figure out exactly how to think about it, what to use in it. This is what you can think about, all right? So the second part of the Saidi rhythm, which is the doom doom tak, put your doubles in there. So your doom tak, which is the first part, that's your chill part. So doom tak, doom doom tak, right? So your chill part, you can do like turns in it, you can walk in it, you can do anything that's kind of like transitional in it. And then your doom doom tak, that's kind of like what you really mark the beat with, like something that's nice and fast and doubled, like the drops, the kicks, the pistons, the chest drop, the shimmies even, you know, things like that are kind of fast, all right? So that's one thing you can definitely do with it, but another thing you can definitely do with it is, of course, all the cane moves and the Saidi folkloric moves that you have learned in the past. So those moves are fantastic for this rhythm. They're made for this rhythm, they come from this rhythm, they come from the region where the rhythm was invented and created. So definitely use those. Alright, so that's a little bit about the Saidi rhythm. I want you now to listen to it. I am using, again, I repeat this again, because I'm using this in every video I'm doing about rhythms, which is introducing you to this app. It's called Rhythm ID. It is on iTunes. I have to look this up to make sure it is on Android. I keep forgetting to do that. But it's definitely on iTunes. It is a great free app to introduce you guys to the rhythms, and it has different tempos. It starts slow, goes to fast. I want to introduce you now to the Saidi rhythm at a slow tempo. Listen. intermediate beat right here, the last version you listen to, but honestly, it could also be considered fast for some people. So be careful how fast you go. But again, the idea of this series of videos is to introduce you to how these rhythms sound, but you have no decision of how fast you should be dancing to it, because it all depends, of course, on the song that you dance into. So when you get to that, you know, that's when you gotta try to keep up with the music. But normally, it is not a rhythm that you hear done or performed by musicians really fast. It's kind of nice and slow and mellow, because you really gotta do it with pride. You know, so it's not like, show me your technical speed, you know, tricks. You know, it's not really about that. It's more of a folkloric move, a folkloric beat, which means you do a lot of folkloric moves, which means you also do a lot of slow moves, because most folkloric moves are very slow, because they're all about relaxing and being proud of how you move. It's not really about proving that technically you're a sound dancer. Okay, so Saidi is going to be technically very slow, very proud, very folkloric. So perform it that way. Okay, so that was just to introduce you guys to the Saidi rhythm, what it sounds like, what it's for, where it's from, what great moves go with it. And in the next videos, I'm going to be showing you some combos, what to do with the Saidi rhythm. You know, what kind of fun things you can put with it. Okay, so stay tuned for those. Make sure you subscribe to the YouTube channel so you don't miss those videos. And if you haven't been to the website, what are you waiting for? It's free. It's called free. bellydanceclasses.com. Come on now, it's free. Check it out. Subscribe. You don't pay anything. I'll see you next time. Bye.